Hello everyone, I am Minakshi from BSc Chemistry Honors Final Year. Today I am going to make an audio lecture for visually impaired students on the topic fat, oils and detergents. Oils and fats are widely distributed in the nature both in animal and plant kingdom. In animals, they are present under the skin and in muscles, but in plants, they are mainly found in the seeds. Some important examples of fats are butter, lard, tallow, beef, while groundnut oil, cottonseed oil, olive oil, palm oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, linseed oil, sesame oil are important examples of vegetable oils. Fat oils are one of the three major constituents of our food, the other two being carbohydrate and proteins. In fact, fats and oils serves as energy reservoirs for the animal. In human beings, only a few hundred grams of glycogen or carbohydrate can be stored, which can be barely supply the body energy need for about 12 to 18 hours. In contrast, large amount of fat, 12 kg for an average person weighing 770 kg, can be stored, which can supply the body energy for about 8 weeks. Beside these, oils and fats serve as raw material for a number of industries such as soap, paint, varnishes, and vanaspati ghee, etc. Natural fat. The fats obtained from animal sources such as butter from milk of cow, buffalo, lard from horse, tallow from sheep, goats, etc. are natural fats. This name is simply given to differentiate these fats from those fats which are obtained by the hydrogenation of oils. Edible and non-edible oils. Oils such as groundnut oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, rapeseed and mustard oil, olive oil, sesame oil, which are used for cooking purpose, are called edible oils, while oils such as cottonseed oil, linseed oil, castor seed oil, and mahua oil, which are used in soap, paint, varnishes, and liquor industry, are non-edible oil or industrial oils. On the basis of iodine values, oils also have been classified as drying, semi-drying, and non-drying oils. Industrial oils may be include essential oils or mineral oils. The essential oils such as rose oil, jasmine oil, lavender oil, eucalyptus oil, peppermint oil, and volatile oils are isolated from plants. Essential oils may be hydrocarbon, alcohol, aldehyde, ketone, ester. For example, peppermint oil contain methanol as a chief constituent. Essential oils are mainly used in perfume, cosmetic, and pharmaceutical products. On the other hand, mineral oil such as paraffin oil is a mixture of saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon and not ester or triglycerides. They cannot be saponified. They are called oils simply because of their physical appearance. They are non-edible and mainly used as fuel. Triglyceride composition of oils and fats. As stated above, fats, oils, and esters of glycerol with a high aliphatic monocarboxylic acid, fatty acid in the above words. They are triacetyl glycerols and are commonly known as glycerides. Fatty acids. With only few exceptions, all the monocarboxylic acid isolated from fat oils are straight chain compound containing 3 to 18 carbon atoms. Further, with the exception of only 3 to 5 acids, all other acids found in the fat and oil contain even number of carbon atoms. The chief saturated fatty acid present in oil fats are lauric acid, myristic acid, myristic acid, palmitic acid, or stearic acid. Besides saturated fatty acid, unsaturated fatty acid containing one or more double bond in cis orientation may also be present in oil fats. The chief unsaturated fatty acid present in oils and fats are oleic acid, linoleic acid. Classification of glycerides. The three fatty acids in glyceride may be same or different. Therefore, glyceride is classified as simple or mixed glycerides according as they have same or different acid residual. For example, tripalmitine, a simple glyceride, or alpha oleo beta palmito alpha styrene or mixed glyceride. Glycerides are further classified into saturated and unsaturated glycerides according as they contain saturated fatty acid residue or unsaturated fatty acid residue. For example, tri tristyrene or triolene. Both simple and mixed glycerides are found in natural oils and fats. In fact, oils and fat are complex mixture of mixed glycerides along with small amount of simple glycerides. Chemical difference between oils and fats. The main difference between oils and fats is the proportion of saturated and unsaturated glycerides. The triglycerides with higher proportion of saturated acid residues such as palmitic acid, stearic acid are solid at ordinary temperature and are called fats, while those with higher proportion of unsaturated acid residues such as oleic acid, linoleic acid are liquids at ordinary temperature and are called oils. Melting point of glycerides. As stated above, fatty acids have one or more double bonds having less stable cis stereochemistry. For example, oleic acid have one cis double bond C9. Linoleic acid has two double bonds at C9 to C12, while linoleic acid C17H29COOH has three cis double bonds at C9, C12, and C15 position. These cis double bonds have a vital biological importance. In the solid state, the molecule of saturated fatty acid fit closely in the crystal lattice due to their zigzag tetrahedral structures. On the other hand, cis unsaturated fatty acids have a bend at the double bond and hence do not fit closely, thereby lowering their melting point. Chemical properties. Fats and oil being triesters of glycerol show all the reaction of simple ester. In case of glyceride contain unsaturated fatty acid residue. They also show the usual addition and oxidation reaction of alkenes. Some examples are hydrolysis. Fat oils are readily hydrolyzed by the treatment with suspended steam, mineral acid, or alkali. Hydrolysis by superheated steam or mineral acid give the mixture of fatty acid and glycerol. However, when the hydrolysis is carried out by alkali, glycerol and salts of fatty acid are formed. Since the salts of higher fatty acid thus formed are used as soap, the alkaline hydrolysis is commonly called saponification. In the digestive system of human beings and animals, the fat are hydrolyzed to glycerol and fatty acid by a number of enzymes called lipase. Hydrogenation. The oil which contain higher portion of unsaturated glycerol add on hydrogen in the presence of fat finely divided nickel as a catalyst to form a solid fat. For example, this process is called hydrogenation or hardening of oil. It is similar to the catalytic hydrogenation of the alkenes and involves the reduction of double bond present in the unsaturated glycerides to form a saturated glyceride. This process is extensively used for manufacture of vanaspati ghee, dalda, rat gagan from groundnut, peanut, sunflower, and other edible oils. Hydrogenation can never be carried out to completion, but is stopped as soon as the fat of consistency comparable to ghee is obtained. The completely hydrogenated fat are too hard to use in kitchen shortenings. The main advantage of hydrogenation is that as compared to oils, fats have better storage quality and do not become rancid easily. Hydrogenolysis conversion to alcohol. Fats and oils on treatment with hydrogen at high temperature and pressure in the presence of copper chromite as a catalyst undergo reductive cleavage to form glycerol and long chain aliphatic alcohols. This splitting of a fat or an oil to glycerol and high long chain alcohol by hydrogen is called hydrogenolysis. The long chain alcohol thus produced are used for the manufacture of synthetic detergents. Transesterification. Fats, oils can be converted into simple esters by carboxylic acid such as of suitable alcohol such as ethyl esters by transesterification. It involves the treatment of fat or an oil with large excess of suitable alcohol in presence of acidic or basic catalyst. For example, the process of trans-esterification is quite useful for large-scale preparation of long-chain fatty acids, long-chain primary alcohol of high purity. For this purpose, the mixture of methyl ester obtained by trans-esterification is subjected to the fractional distillation to separate the individual esters. These, upon hydrolysis, yield the fatty acid of high purity. Alternatively, the individual methyl esters are reduced to get long-chain primary alcohols. Addition of halogens. Like alkene unsaturated glyceride add halogen across the double bond to form addition product. The addition of iodine is usually carried out by treating the fat or oil with iodine in the presence of mercury chloride as a catalyst. Since the amount of iodine used is proportional to the number of double bond present, therefore this reaction is used for the determination of extent of unsaturation in a given fat. Rancidity. When fats and oils are exposed to warm air, moisture for long time, they develop disagreeability, smell, or taste. This process is called rancidity. Involves the hydrolysis of esters to produce fatty acid and oxidation into double bond to form short chain acid and aldehydes. These short chain these short chain acids and aldehyde are volatile and have offensive smell. Therefore, they impart unpleasant odors to oil fats. Rancidity is of following two types. Hydrolytic rancidity. This type of rancidity is caused by the liberation of lower fatty acids by hydrolysis of triglycerides. For example, when butter is exposed to warm air moisture, the hydrolysis of the glyceride in butter yield butyric acid and other volatile acids. This process of hydrolysis is catalyzed by the enzyme lipase, which are provided by the microorganisms present in the air. This type of hydrolytic acidity can, however, be checked by keeping the butter covered in the refrigerator. Oxidative rancidity. This type of rancidity is caused by the oxidation of unsaturated triglycerides by air to form short chain acids and aldehyde having unpleasant smell. It is believed that first the ester linkage are hydrolyzed to yield unsaturated acid which undergo oxidation at the site of double bond to produce short chain acids and aldehydes. Oxidative rancidity can be prevented by addition of certain chemicals, generally phenols, called antioxidants. Two antioxidants which occur in the natural fats are vitamin C and vitamin E. Analysis of fat and oils. Fats and oils are extensively used in a number of industries. Therefore, it is essential to check the quality of given fat and oil. This involves the determination of physical constants such as melting point, specific gravity, refractive index, the chemical constant of acid value, iodine value, saponification value, rectamical value, acid value, and is defined as the number of milligrams of potassium hydroxide required to neutralize the free fatty acid present in 1 gram of fat and oil. The acid value is the measure of free acid present in the given fat or oil. The high acid value indicates that the given sample of fat or oil is quite old and has become rancid. Saponification value is defined as the number of milligram of potassium hydroxide required to completely saponify 1 gram of fat or oil. Saponification value is determined by the refluxing a weighed quantity of fat or oil with known excess of standard alcoholic potassium hydroxide solution, then titrating the unreacted alkali against standard acid. For example, saponification value of trilurirate and tripalmitin can be determined as follows. Thus, the saponification value gives the idea about the molecular weight of fat and oil. Obviously, smaller the saponification value, higher the molecular weight. For example, tripalmitin molecular weight 806 has the saponification value of 208, whereas trilutyrate with molecular weight 338 has the saponification value of 263. The saponification value also indicates the length of carbon chain of acid moiety present in the oil or fat. Butter with shorter chain fatty acid has saponification value between 210 to 30, while soybean oil has saponification value between 189 and 195. Saponification value is used to determine the adulteration of fat and oil with some other oil or fat with lower or higher saponification value, or even by some unsaponifiable material. Iodine value is defined as the number of gram of iodine that will combine with 100 gram of fat or oil. Hubble's method. This method, a solution of known weight of fat or oil in CCl4 is allowed to react with a known excess of a standard solution of iodine in ethanol in the presence of mercury chloride as a catalyst. The unreacted iodine is then determined by titrating it against a sodium thiosulfate solution using starch as indicator. For example, the iodine value of triolene may be calculated as 86. Weiss method. In this method, a solution of more reactive iodine monochloride in glacial acetic acid is used in the place of iodine and mercury chloride, as the known weight of oil or fat is dissolved in CHCl3 with solution ICl in CH3COH is then added. ICl adds across the double bond. ICl left unused is then treated with Ki solution to liberate an equivalent amount of iodine. The liberated iodine is then titrated against standard hypo solutions such as starch indicator. Iodine value is the measure of extent of unsaturation present in the oil or fat. Higher the iodine value, more the unsaturated is the oil or fat. Richter-Missel's value. It is defined as the number of milliliter of 0.1 normal QH required to neutralize the steam volatile fatty acid obtained by complete hydrolysis of 5 gram of oil or fat. To determine the RM value, the known weight of fat or oil is completely saponified with alkali. The resulting solution is acidified with dilute H2SO4 and then subjected to steam distillation. The distillate, which contains the volatile acids, is then titrated against 0.1 normal KOH solution. Industrial oils of vegetable origin drying oils. Certain oils which are just such as linseed oil, tung oil, or perilla oil, while exposed to air in thin layers, form hard and tough water insoluble solid. This process is known as drying, and such oils are called drying oils. Oils like olive oil, groundnut oil do not dry on exposure to air, called non-drying oil. Those which dry slowly, such as cottonseed oil, are called semi-drying oil. Chemically, drying oils contain high percentage of unsaturated glyceride as shown in their higher iodine value. On the other hand, non-drying oil have low iodine value, while semi-drying oils have intermediate iodine values. For example, drying oils having iodine value above 150, linseed oil, iodine oil 172 to 185. Non-drying oils have iodine value less than 100. Olive oil iodine value is 100 to 80 to 100. While the semi-drying oil have intermediate iodine value. Cottonseed oil iodine oil value 105 to 114. The unsaturated glycerides containing linoleic acid and are the unsaturated fatty acids. These acids contain 2 or 3 isolated double bonds respectively. In general, drying oil containing unsaturated glyceride with conjugated double bond dry more rapidly than those containing isolated double bond. Drying oils are used in medium for paints, varnishes, liqueurs. In fact, the paints are the suspension of some pigments or the organic coloring material in linseed oil to which some turpentine oil has been added as thinner. When these paints are applied on wood or iron surface in thin layers, they quickly dry to form a tough organic film which protect the surface being painted. Mechanism. The drying process is not simply involved the removal of moisture or evaporation of solvent, but involves complex changes. It is believed that the reactive allylic hydrogens present in the unsaturated glyceride are first attacked by the oxygen to form hydroperoxy compounds, which then combine with the allylic hydrogen to form glyceride molecules, forming peroxide bridge. The monomer molecules obtained subsequently undergo polymerization to form a tough network solid. The whole process is sketched below. Soaps. A substance like soap and synthetic detergent which concentrate at the surface of the solution or interface form a surface film, reduces surface tension of the solution and then help in removing dirt and dust of the emulsifying grease are called surface active agent or surfactants. The molecules of surfactants contain two characteristic group one which is water soluble hydrophilic, other oil soluble lyophilic or lipophilic. So, for the sodium or potassium site salts of higher fatty acids such as palmitic acid, stearic acid, and oleic acid. The soaps are generally obtained by the hydrolysis of oils, fats with aqueous alkali. The process is called saponification. Soap containing 12 to 18 chain atoms having good cleansing action. Soap with 12 carbon atoms are comparatively soluble in water, whereas containing 18 to 22 carbon atoms are not useful as soap because their insolubility in water. Sodium soaps are generally hard and called hard soap. They are used for washing of clothes. Potassium soaps, on the other hand, are more expensive and produce a soft leather and hence called soft soap. They are used for making shaving cream, shampoo, liquid soaps, etc. Transparent soap are prepared by dissolving ordinary soap in alcohol, removing the insoluble part by filtration. Soaps can not be used in hard water since calcium and magnesium ion present in the hard water produce crude white precipitate of calcium and magnesium soap. Soaps cannot be used in acidic solution since acid precipitate the insoluble free fatty acids which adhere to the fabric and thus block the ability of soap to remove oil, grease from fabrics. Synthetic detergent these days in place of soap and the substances which are being largely used are cleansing agents are synthetic detergent. As the name suggests, they are obtained from the purely synthetic chemical as compared to soap, which are sodium potassium salts of long chain of alkyl hydrogen sulfates or aryl sulfonic acids. Unlike soaps, magnesium salts of detergent like the sodium or potassium are also soluble in water. Hence, the synthetic detergent do not form a crudified precipitate with hard water. Further, they can also be used in the acidic solution. However, synthetic detergents have one disadvantage. Unlike soap, they are not completely biodegradable, hence cause water pollution. Anionic detergents, also called are so called because a large part of their molecule are anions, alkyl sulfates. They are obtained by the long chain alcohol by treatment with concentrated H2SO4 followed by neutralization with NaOH. Some of the common examples of the detergents are sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium stearyl sulfate. Sodium lauryl sulfate is also called sodium dodecyl sulfate and is used in shampoos and cosmetics. Alkyl benzosulfate sulfonates. These are obtained by the conversion of benzene into long chain alkyl benzene followed by the sulfonation and neutralization with NaOH. The most widely used domestic detergent is the sodium para and decyl benzene sulfonate. Benzene sulfonates in which the phenyl group is either attached to end of long alkyl chain or any other secondary position have a high biodegradability and hence are called soft detergents, while alkyl benzene sulfonates having branched chain alkyl group have poor biodegradability and hence are called hard detergents. To differentiate these detergents on the basis of biodegradability, alkyl benzene sulfonates having long straight chains such as sodium paranitrododecyl benzene sulfonates and sodium 2-dodecyl benzene sulfonates are called LAS detergents, linear alkyl sulfonate, while those having branched chain are called ABS detergents, alkyl benzene sulfonates. Cationic detergents. These are the quaternary ammonium salt containing one or more long chain alkyl group. These are also called invert soap because of their surface activity due to the positive ion and not to the negative ion in alkyl hydrogen sulfate detergent. Being more expensive than the anionic detergent, they find limited use. Beside being good cleansing agent, they possess germicidal property and therefore widely used as germicidal in hospital. Non-ionic detergents, the esters of higher molecular mass alcohol obtained by the reaction between the polyethylene glycol and stearic acid. Composition of detergent cake. A cake of detergent contains about 20% of active detergent and equal amount of sodium sulfate to make up the bulk of the powder. The further 30 to 50% of sodium tripolyphosphate is added as an additive. It coordinates with calcium magnesium ion present in the hard water and thus enhance the cleansing efficiency of detergent. Other ingredients include soap, perborate, which act as a bleaching agent, some optical brighteners, and fluorescence. Organic compound which make yellow clothes appear white. Detergent pollution. Detergent have a branched chain, hydrocarbon chains, which cause pollution in river, other waterways. The reason being that the side chains stop bacteria from attacking and breaking the chain. This results in the slow degradation of detergent molecule, leading to their accumulation. Since unbranched chains are more prone to attack by bacteria, therefore, in the most detergent used these days, the branching is kept to minimum so that the detergents can be easily biodegradable and pollution is prevented. Second serious environmental problem is caused by phosphate additives (STPV), which are discharged into the river and lake from the sewage system. As such, phosphate are not pollutant, but is actually a fertilizer. This excess of phosphate promotes the growth of water pollutants, which in turn deplete the water of available oxygen for fish and other aquatic animals. As a result of want of oxygen, animal reduce and rot. Cleansing action of soaps and detergents. All the soaps and detergent contain two characteristic group: water soluble, hydrophilic group; other oil soluble, lyophilic group, lipophilic group. As a result, one end of the molecule of a soap or detergent tend to go into the oil phase and other end tend to go into the water phase, with the net result the material soap or detergent concentration at the surface of the solution on the interface. The dart is generally held to dirty part by a thin film of an oil or grease. When the dirty surface is treated with soap solution, the non-polar hydrocarbon chain of the soap and detergent dissolve in oil or grease, and the carboxylate group of soap or the sulfonate group of the synthetic detergent are held by the surrounding water. This lowers the surface tension between the water and the grease. As a result, the stable emulsion of oil and water is formed. When the surface or the cloth is mechanically scrubbed, the loosened dirt particles are adsorbed by the colloidal soap or detergent particle, ultimately washed away. Thank you.